Hey guys, good morning. How you doing? So my buddy Seth, who helped me with my Mr. Hogan movie, I wore a sweater through the whole thing, and for the Golf Channel special, he sent me this book. Okay, the Golf Swing. It's easier than you think. He also sent me my favorite golf mug. This is my Ben Hogan golf mug. How good is that? But Seth is one of my good friends, and it's so funny that he happened to send this to me because it's at a period in my life when I'm really trying to declutter my brain on the golf course. It coincides with something else as well. So I'm about to do my morning meditation, and I am 26 days into a practice of meditating for over an hour every morning. And it's brought me to a kind of an interesting place in my golf where I've kind of looked back over the evolution. And at this point, as the same thing that Ben Hogan said, he was asked about his golf swing in his later years, and he said, "Are you still finding that you learn something every day?" And he said, "Yeah, but there's fewer surprises." And that's the thing, is like, I've just been around these things so many times, these different drills, these different thoughts, that there's just less surprises. And when things go a little haywire, it's a little bit easier for me to fix because, I can pop the hood and know what's going on. There's only so many things now that I look at, whereas I used to have a lot. One of the things I think is really, really important is to let the arms go along for the ride. That's been one of my El Guapos for my whole swing evolution. And, everybody has their own El Guapo. For some, their El Guapo is a lack of education. That's a joke from Three Amigos. And El Guapo is what's holding you back. So I always had a tendency to swing with my arms and hands and throw my hands at the ball and get ahead of my lower body. You have to let the lower body lead the way, like Mr. Hogan showed in the shell lesson. And let the arms come along for the ride. And boy, it's real easy for me to forget that. But that's what I've been through with my most recent swing fixes. But I'm really trying to declutter my brain. So I'll have to come back to this because I haven't read it yet. I just read the opening, the introduction, and part of the first chapter last night. But it's just appropriate for where I am in my evolution right now. One of the things I think that I'm really excited about is I launched MSE TV, and there's over 100 videos on there right now. And every Sunday I'll be posting new videos to MSE TV. Now, MSE TV is what I consider my premium channel. And it's where, I do all my experimentation on YouTube, and then I take the best things and I produce them with lights and mics and green screen or a camera crew, and that's where I put out the better stuff. I just got a question about visualization on the golf course to declutter your brain. That's a really important subject because when you're on the golf course, most people are aware of the idea of left brain and right brain. The left brain is the analytical side of the brain. And, it's pretty amazing. You can do thousands of calculations per second with the left side of your brain. But the right side of your brain, your creative center, your imagination, can make like 30 million calculations a second. It's unbelievable. So when I'm behind the golf ball, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to visualize the shot. I'm taking deep breaths. I'm trying to visualize the shot. And so what that does is it takes me out of my analytical brain and into my right side of my brain. Actually, let me back up a little bit. Before you get into the imagination box, you have to look at your lie. That's the first thing, is what is the lie going to allow you to do? If you have a perfectly clean lie in the fairway, there's not a lot to think about. you know, but if you're in the rough or there's trees, then you have to factor in all this other stuff. This is the intellectual side of your brain. You have to analyze the shot. You have to analyze the wind. You have to analyze the distance, okay? So you have to figure that stuff out, and then you pull the club and decide on the shot. When you do that, you're done thinking, okay? You have to get rid of the calculations and the thoughts. So then you step behind the ball. I take 2 deep breaths and I visualize the shot. This is the process that I developed the first day I shot under par, and it's been the best thing that I've been able to rely on. You imagine the shot, and that takes you into the present moment, into your creative space. And then after my second deep breath, I walk up to the ball, I line up and address it. I take 1 more deep breath, exhale, I prepare to hit the shot, and then I take a half a breath for cardiothoracic support, and I begin my backswing. And that's how I do it. And you know, the thing is, you know, having too many swing thoughts is very detrimental to your game. And you know, sometimes I'll have 5, you know, and that is something that I've just gotten to the point now where I think through my meditations and everything, I've just really come to a place where I know what to do. I know how to hit the golf shots. I need to move into the play, really committing to, you know, playing the game. I think that's where more enjoyment of the game is going to be. It's not enjoyable when your technique isn't good and you can't control where the golf ball's going, you know. So sometimes you do have to kind of pop the hood and take a look under there and fix some things. But for the most part, what I did my last practice session was I focused on alignment and just where's the ball going. So guys, great to talk to you this morning. I hope you guys are playing some great golf. I'm really excited because now I can work more on my YouTube channel. I'll have a new video coming out later today with my TaylorMade mini driver, the next phase of that, because I learned something really interesting with my buddy Sam. So you'll have to check that out. And guys, I hope you hit them long and hit them straight.